Hey everybody, we're in the stairwell of CA Labs, what used to be the Science Center. I want to point out some environmental graphics. What you're seeing behind me is the DNA sequence of a chameleon. And we all know a chameleon changes its color. And I think if you look up here, if we can move the camera, you're going to see how that CA changes color just like a chameleon. Really cool little thing we have here. Hey, if you guys want to see the best office on this school, come on in here. Science department office. Best view on campus. Looks out over the quad. Gets the south light. All 12 of them are in here and they love it. Awesome view. Hey, so we're in one of the multi-purpose, I'm going to call it, science classrooms. Every science classroom in the CA Labs is designed to take on science, so every place has a wet wall, which means a sink and a dishwasher to clean up, but it doesn't mean we can't use it for other academic uses. This area happens to have the flexible lab benches. We have interactive whiteboards. We also have the sliding whiteboards, which is more of a collegiate model. And you can see the amount of glass that we have that brings in the outside in and the inside out. Hey, here's another great advantage of CA Labs. One of the things we want to do is have a double teaching space so we could teach some classes. We didn't really have that before, so now we have this dividable partition wall that can break this off into two-thirds, one-third, and it's a writable surface, whiteboard wall. Teachers and students love it. And what we have on this wall, environmental graphics, is I found a map of 1922 of Concord. We all know the school was founded in 1922. So this is representative of what the town of Concord, the road system looked like at the time. And you come all the way up here, and you see Nishotic Hill, and then you can see where the Concord Academy campus is. I'm going to take you onto the green roof and show you what we have here. Up here, green roof, looking at this as a laboratory, classroom, outdoor space, which is second to none on campus. What's the bench for, you say? Because right behind Hannah is a chalkboard. We have an outdoor classroom up here, which is really cool. What I'm standing on is the sedum that we use. We imagine this can be the laboratory part of this area. So I could take a certain amount of fertilizer and water and see what happens, and a fellow person next to me with a plot of land also may do a different type of experiment so we can measure that against it. What it does is give us a great view of the quad that we never had before. So we're looking over the quad right now. We have the MAC, the Math and Arts Center. We have Bradford is recently renovated. We have Admajaya, Aloyan, but the quad is the gem of the school. This area here looks down on the MSL, the main school lobby, which is the brick plaza you see below. We'll talk about that a little bit more. And so what we did was take the quad and really just try to enhance it. It was done by Tom Wilcox in the late 80s, and all we did was enhance that, tweaked the little dimensions here and there, a few more plantings, and then different lighting. And what you see is our outdoor classroom that we all love to enjoy during days like this. Over here, you get a great view of the upper field. Softball's been added just 2 years ago. You see the backdrop with the CA logo. And downstairs below us here, it may be hard to see, but we have an alleyway. We call this Maker's Alley. This is the area between the STUFAC and science. We've hung up a lot of the old signs there. This is a space where maker things can happen, activities, banging nails, cutting, etc. On the outside here where it's really safe, and that's right outside of our Fab Lab, which is a half a story up. Hey, you're still part of CA Labs. We're in one of our 2 chemistry-enabled rooms. Why do we say that? Because it has ventilation and it also has flexibility. Flexibility was something that was real important for us to do when we designed this building. So you're looking at a classroom and a lab, And then we have these great snorkel hoods here. I can deploy these over any lab table I want, and then the lab tables themselves actually are on casters, so I can roll them out over my experience and suck the fumes out, and then it's also got an awesome view of the quad. Having transparency was real important from a teacher and student perspective, and on the far wall we have wall-to-ceiling whiteboards. This is still part of CA Labs. We're on the second floor. We're right over what we call the main school lobby, the main school entrance, which is right below us, but you can see the amount of sun that comes in here. This is a favorite hangout space of students. Directly that way is the upper Stufac. Over here is the library, and we have a staircase that goes downstairs. Totally cool hangout space, and this illuminates during the evening hours, so it's a beacon of light to show where our front door to our school is. Hey, I'm going to take you inside the Josephine Tucker Library, which was renovated just a couple of years ago. Come on in. People may remember this as the old reading room if you're back in that generation, but this is more of a collaboration area, kind of not the scholarly study. We have a space to that, but this is more group study and interaction. And then down here, we have the quiet study where all the carols are. So now we're in the main reading stack area. There's mezzanine level up top. Renovated this whole space again, new furniture, etc. We have these beautiful carols here. And then we have the embossed chair, which I think is so cool with the CA logo right there. This space was not air conditioned before. We fully air conditioned this, which makes this a lot better during the shoulder seasons of May and September. And this is kind of our Grand Central Station coming and going. The Stufac is in this way. Right behind me is the main doors to the school. Science is over here on that side, and then to the left brings us down to college counseling and South School. We want to take a look at this one medallion that we have here at the floor. This is the seal of Concord Academy. A couple of interesting notes that we have is that we have the exact elevation and feet above sea level, but then we also have the GPS coordinates over here, so in case anybody gets lost, they know where they are, along with some wayfinding places that are important to a CA student. Folklore goes that if you walk across this, step on this, you don't graduate. Not sure that's true, but that's folklore and I love it. Come on outside, let me show you what's here. So over here, this is the main school lobby, we call it, the main school patio, terrace area. We have our mission statement right here. We think it's real important to reinforce who we are. And you'll see it there. It reads, for community animated by a love of learning, diverse and striving for equity, with common trust as our foundation. Honoring each individual, we challenge and expand our understanding of ourselves and the world through purposeful collaboration and creative engagement. We cultivate empathy, integrity, and responsibility to build a more just future. Real important to us. This is a great place to hang out. During those spring times, many of you may remember sitting out here with your lawn chairs and things. This is sheltered from the wind, and you can see we face due south, and we get this great panorama, if you will, of the quad. Handicap accessibility is important for us, so we have accessibility here, and then we have this great hangout space that transitions onto the quad. Hi, we're in the lower part of the MS cell. The upper part is right here. That's where the medallion is in the main school lobby entrance. Down here, what we have is our idea of trying to help solve the book bag problem. It's a conundrum we've faced for years. And so this pyramid is the idea that one can put their backpack here and still create egress here because the Stufac is directly in this direction. We walk out this door, so we have handicap accessibility now for all points here in the main school lobby area. And it takes you right out to the chapel. Stufac Patio, which has always been popular, remains so now. Outdoor seating. Stufac is just outside the other French doors. And then we come down the Chapel Way and we get to see the chapel.